He searched how to dismember a body, just hours after his wife disappeared, and he thought no one would find out. What happens when a well-educated, wealthy man tries to outsmart police using Google? This is the chilling story of Brian Walshe, a father, a husband, and now the prime suspect in a horrifying crime. In this video, we'll break down how a few internet searches unraveled the life of a man who thought he was too smart to get caught, and why, even without a body, the evidence was enough to shake the nation. Brian and Ana Walshe seemed to have it all. He was a former art dealer, educated, connected. She was a successful real estate executive working for a global company. They lived in a wealthy Massachusetts suburb with their 3 young sons. But on New Year's Day 2023, Ana vanished. She was supposed to fly from Boston to Washington, D.C. for work, but she never made it. No flight check-in, no social media activity, no contact. Her company grew concerned. 3 days later, they filed a missing person report. Brian told police his wife left early in the morning for her flight. He stayed home with the kids. Sounds believable. Until the investigators checked his timeline and his phone. Security cameras, receipts, and GPS records began to tell a very different story. He visited multiple stores, bought cleaning supplies, trash bags, towels, mops, hydrogen peroxide, baking soda. He said he only left to get ice cream for his son. Then came the nail in the coffin, his Google search history. Here's a few things Brian Walshe searched between January 1st and 3rd, just after Ana disappeared. How to stop a body from decomposing. How to dispose of a 115-pound woman's body. Can you be charged with murder without a body? Best ways to clean blood from a wooden floor. What happens when you put a body in ammonia? 10 ways to dispose of a dead body if you really need to. He didn't use incognito mode. He didn't wipe his device. He left a full trail, like breadcrumbs for investigators. But here's the twist. There was no body, no murder weapon, no confession. Can you charge someone with murder without finding the victim's remains? The law says yes, but it's rare and risky. The prosecution would have to prove Ana is dead and prove Brian killed her using only circumstantial evidence. That meant every minute, every digital footprint, every action Brian took mattered. Investigators kept digging. They found surveillance footage of Brian tossing black garbage bags into dumpsters across 5 different towns. When police finally located those bags, they found Ana's clothing, her COVID vaccination card, blood-stained towels, a hacksaw, a hatchet bone, fragments all tied to Brian's DNA. But still, no body. The prosecution believed Brian murdered Ana in their home early on January 1st, dismembered her, and attempted to destroy or scatter the remains. They theorized he made several trips to cover his tracks, but digital evidence had already buried him. In January 2023, Brian Walshe was arrested and charged with murder, misleading investigators, and improper transport of a body. His mugshot flashed across every major news outlet, and yet, he pleaded not guilty. His defense? No confession, no body, no official cause of death, just a grieving husband, according to his lawyer. The case is ongoing. He remains in custody without bail. The world waits, not just for a trial, but for Ana's body to be found. Brian Walshe believed he could clean up the scene, that if there was no body, there'd be no crime. But the digital world remembers everything, and in his case, Google became the strongest witness against him. This case isn't just about a husband accused of killing his wife. It's about arrogance, about control, and about how the tiniest traces, trash bags, receipts, search history, can tell the story a killer won't.